So when I rise up from the second sujood to sit for my first tashahhud, I'm in the position of iftirash. I sit on my left foot with my right foot erect, with my toes pointing to the qibla. And I begin to say at-tahiyyat, which is mandatory. Now, my left hand is on my knee and thigh in here. My right hand has two positions. The first position is to grab the two pinky and the one next to it finger, to attach the middle finger with the thumb, doing a circle like this, and to point with my index finger like this. This is position one, which the sunnah came with. The second position is to make a fist with all four fingers, pointing only with the index finger. So, either this or this. Now, what do I do with the index finger? The sunnah, as in the hadith of Wa'il ibn Hujr, the Prophet, whenever he sat alayhi salatu wasalam for tashahhud, he used to point his index finger, moving it, making dua with it. So the sunnah is to point it like this, shake it in its position, not circling like some people do, and not going up and down like people do, rather than pointing it and moving it. There is another hadith which is not as strong, not as authentic, which was narrated by Abdullah ibn Zubayr, may Allah be pleased with him and with his father, that the Prophet used to point and does not move. But the most authentic opinion is the hadith of Wa'il ibn Hujr, that he used to move it throughout. So when do we stop, Shaykh? You begin by saying, التحيات لله والصلوات والطيبات السلام عليك أيها النبي ورحمة الله وبركاته السلام علينا وعلى عباد الله الصالحين أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله, with different variations of this tashahhud. And I'm moving my finger. Point out that I can say either one, the hadith of Umar or the hadith of Abdullah ibn Mas'ud. Assalamu alayka ayyuhan nabi. This is Ibn Umar, this is Umar ibn Khattab and others. Or I can say that what Abdullah ibn Mas'ud used to say, which is in Sahih al-Bukhari, Assalamu ala nabi wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. And he said that we used to say at the time of the Prophet, when he was alive, Assalamu alayka ayyuhan nabi. But after he died, we used to say, Assalamu ala nabi wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. So I can say either one. Now this is the first tashahhud. Do I offer salutation afterwards by saying, Allahumma salli ala Muhammadin wa ala ali Muhammad? No. The most authentic opinion is that this is the sunnah. Imam Shafi'i said that if you add salutation upon the Prophet in the first tashahhud, this is recommended. And the vast majority of scholars say this is okay, but it is not per the sunnah. So you stop at وَأَنَّ مُحَمَّدًا عَبْدُهُ وَرَسُولُهُ. Now, then you go and stand up for tashahhud, your third rak'ah. In Fajr, I continue. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala ali Muhammad, and I point out my finger throughout until I offer salam. If I'm in Maghrib or Dhuhr, Asr or Isha, I stand up for the third rak'ah. I continue the third rak'ah.